probably no longer going to be on the Amazon Fire Stick, okay? I just was checking around and something came up on my Twitter feed about AFTV News, and these guys are amazing. They have all of the latest updates and news from the get-go. So let me switch over here, transition to their page really quick, and there it is. You can see right there. Let me go back right over here. Now you can see Amazon job listing confirms that Fire TV is dropping Android-based Fire OS, which means that Amazon is no longer going to be on the Android-based operating system. So I think what theirs is called is Vega operating system. So let me scroll down over here, and we'll go in and read it really quick. Hold on for 1 second. Something is coming up. Okay. Sorry for the pause. Something's happening to my computer. So I am going to, okay. So anyway, this is what it is. So let me read what ATF News has. So a report last year claimed that Amazon was working on an operating system called Vega OS as a replacement for the Android-based operating system it has been using on Echo and Fire TV devices for years. Shortly after, the new operating system was all but confirmed to already be running on Amazon's new Echo Show 8. But whether or not it will be coming to Fire TV devices was still up in the air. Now, a new job listing from Amazon has confirmed that Fire TVs are transitioning away from Android and Fire operating system, OS, okay? A new job listing, Mirror, was posted yesterday for a Fire TV experienced software development engineer that leaves little doubt that Amazon will be switching Fire TV device away from Android under the listings. So basically what it means is that I guess they're looking for somebody that can design a new operating system for the Fire TV devices. So where was I now? There it is. So Fire TV devices away from Android under the listing, a day in the life section. It states that the hired individual will implement and deliver features on the Fire TV client code base as it transitions from FOS Android to native Rust and React Native. While the name Vega OS is not explicitly mentioned in the job listing, the initial report about Amazon's in-house operating system stated it would use the React Native software framework as mentioned in the new listing. Regardless of the new operating system's name, the job listing confirms that Fire TVs will be transitioning away from the Android system, okay, where FOS stands for Fire OS, to something else that is presumably not based on Android. So what this means for us, let me just mark it right there. What this means for us and everybody that uses the Amazon Fire Stick for their free content, everything that Dr. Frencher shows you, everything that a lot of my other colleagues on YouTube and Rumble show you, possibly may not be able to be working on your Amazon Fire Stick. Luckily, Walmart has the On. Google has its Chromecast, okay? So hopefully they stick with Android. Regardless of that, there's always going to be Android-based boxes out there and coming out. So, yes, we may lose the cheap Amazon Fire Stick, all right? A lot cheaper than obviously a good Android box like an NVIDIA Shield and whatnot. However, it's up in the air. We may gain something that still works with the applications. Maybe they may develop something where developers, simple and easy, can transition from Android to the new operating system if it's called Vega. We don't know, most likely. We'll get into reading some of the comments after this on this, but let's continue. So what does this mean for the millions of Fire TV devices currently in use? Probably very little. Most likely they're going to upgrade it or update it. Probably very little, as it is Amazon doesn't bother updating Fire TV devices from one major version of Fire OS to another. Like the OS 7 to the Fire OS 8. So it seems extremely unlikely that any existing Fire TV device will be updated from Fire OS to Amazon's new non-Android operating system. So if you have a Fire Stick, you keep it. Most likely it's not going to update. Do you really want it to update? Because a lot of times when they do the updating of these Android OS or the Fire Stick does updating, they usually make it worse than what it is, all right? They may add some more BS bullshit to the Fire Stick, all right, some crap that you really don't need and you can't get rid of and uninstall, so it takes up memory for apparently no reason. But if it doesn't update anymore, then you can continue using that stick because, like everything, Amazon's just going to throw it away anyway, right? Okay, let's see. Amazon will most likely release a future new Fire TV model that runs only its new operating system, which is probably 100%, okay? Bezos and the CEO and whoever runs it, they definitely want total control of everything. So then it says, thankfully, Amazon has a long history of continuing to support and update older Fire TV models. So even if the new non-Android operating system works out for Amazon, existing Android-based Fire TV devices should continue to work for a long time to come, which I was just saying. They definitely should. While Amazon is now up to Fire OS 8, there are Fire TV models still running the Fire OS 5, which was released in 2015, that are still being updated by Amazon. That is true, all right? There are some things that are still being updated. Now, the Fire Stick that I use in my videos, I have that that feature or the app that canceled all the updates. So a lot of times I may do things on my Fire Stick that might be totally different than all your new updated stuff, but I'd usually let you know within the video. But eventually I am going to have to update it because it is the Fire Stick 4K Max. But I did get in before they did the last update that ruined all of that. I think the UK doctor, he had that app, but now it no longer works. I do have a video somewhere about that. So the vast majority of Fire TV apps from both Amazon and third parties also continue to support the older versions of the Fire OS. For those reasons and others, there's little reason to avoid the existing Android-based Fire TV models, especially because the Fire TV running the new operating system will very likely be limited in features and app support compared to existing models. So yeah, they're probably going to have total control of it, okay? So when you don't have Android, you have perfect full control of your own operating system. You can tweak it, and probably when you're sleeping, obviously the sticks, they sleep. They never really fully turn off unless you unplug them. They're probably just going to be updating. They might just update overnight. You don't even know. You pop on, you might see a new app or something different. You may be even able to shop right from your stick. Who knows? Or from your Fire device without even going on your cell phone or a computer or anything like that. Which, yeah, it might be pretty cool. All right, maybe not for me because my wife is probably going to spend more money, but it might be cool for a lot of people. It's just that if you can't have a lot of the side loading type stuff, it's iffy. I mean, Amazon is a very big company, a multi-million, billion-dollar company. So whether somebody's going to buy a Fire Stick or not, it's probably not going to hurt them in a big way because eventually, you're going to get a Fire Stick. Unless you're hardcore and you just want those pirated apps, you may not even get it and just stick with Android operating systems, which is pretty cool. But obviously, I'm probably going to get it just to see what it does and what it can and can't do. However, it's definitely going to hurt sales for Amazon as far as selling a lot of Fire Sticks like they have been because it's, like I said, good price. They are pretty damn good with, different things. They have all of these streaming services on there, and you can 100% sideload a lot of the applications that are on there. Now, something that they recently put on is that Google Play Captcha, whatever it is, that the Google Play Protect, which to me, listen, it's okay for certain things, but when you're trying to sideload and whatnot, it kind of sucks. And the only good feature is that you're able to turn it off, because if you can't turn it off, then it's just going to keep removing unwanted apps. And it's kind of like, hey, listen, if I bought this stick and I want to put this on it, you shouldn't be removing apps, out of the blue because you can. And if they keep that up and they change it to where you can't shut it off, then it's really going to suck for a lot of us. And then I'm just going to go back to like NVIDIA Shield videos, Google Chromecast videos, obviously the Walmart on. If Walmart continues using the Android device, Walmart, if you're listening, it's probably your best bet to really hardcore compete with the sales of the Fire Stick. Just upgrade a little bit of the memory, tweak a little bit to be a little bit better and quicker and faster, and you should be pretty golden, especially if you can't sideload on the Amazon Fire Sticks. Walmart and, say, Google Chromecast is probably going to have a big top-notch role in coming back with sales to beat out the Fire Sticks. You know what I mean? Now, if you keep scrolling down, we can see some of the comments. There's only 5 comments. So this guy's going to segue away from the Fire TV, especially if it hits the Fire tablets, which I get because they're cheap and great for reading books, email, etc. But I sideloaded the Goose system. Yeah, you can sideload on the tablets. You know, sometimes when I walk around through Target, just wait for everybody, I would sideload stuff on the tablets, which is funny. And this guy says Bezos wants control of all aspects, which is true. Don't get me wrong. I would assume the new OS will block any app not downloaded from his app store. You know, that could be a situation as well, kind of like how Apple does it, where you can't really sideload Apple unless you download Cydia onto your Apple device. You can't really get anything other than what's in the Apple App Store, which then they have a big hold on what they can and cannot sell to you, and obviously everything's about money. So if Amazon is just going to be about money, which most likely they are, every big company is eventually, you're probably only going to be able to get applications solely made for and through Amazon for that Fire Stick. So sideloading may be put out to the wind. You know what I mean? Like if you have a Samsung TV, a lot of times you can't sideload on Samsung TVs. Actually, 100% of the time you can't sideload on a Samsung TV because they have their own app store. They want you to use their apps directly from them. Why you would sideload on an expensive TV over a cheap, Fire Stick at that point, it is beyond me. I mean, that's up to you as the user. But I would just definitely, use a cheaper device on a more expensive TV. That way, in case something glitches out, you don't ruin an expensive TV and you just go buy another $20 to $40 to $50 device just to latch on the back on an HDMI. And this guy says, no Android sideloading, not for me. Or Kathy, sorry. So there you have it. If they do come out and it is called Vega, I mean, that's a pretty cool name, you know what I mean? But if you're not able to sideload, Dr. Venture, as well as many, is probably going to steer away from having a Fire Stick. I'm probably just going to get it, do a review on it, see what it's about. And if it doesn't do anything that I require to do for my videos for everyone out there, it's probably just going to sit on my shelf and collect dust. Or maybe I'll just do a free giveaway and give it to whoever, wants it and needs it type of thing. So that's it. That's it. If you're new, coming on, Amazon job listing confirms that Fire TV is dropping Android-based Fire operating system. So only time will tell. Let's stay tuned. I'll keep you updated. Definitely check out aftvnews.com for a lot of different updates and whatnot. You can get all your information from them as far as all of the Android device, Fire Sticks, Walmart Ons, Google Chromecast and whatnot. These guys are amazing, but they basically stick with the Amazon stuff. So with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. I hope it gave you some information. If you don't know, now you're in the know. And, we're going to cross our fingers and hopefully everything works out for the best. As always, I appreciate the support and I thank you for watching.